FIFA 20 feels confident. It seems that EA is well aware of their stronghold over the football game playing market, and there's also a hint that they know the new consoles aren't too far away either. There are some large changes to particular modes that will affect the game in the long run that we, truthfully, don't yet fully understand, but thankfully the more dramatic changes have happened on the pitch. A crunching sliding tackle that looks brutal but is clean, leaving the defender to come out the other side with the ball. It's a dying art and it's outlawed in the modern game, but truly brilliant defending is still a sight to behold, and with FIFA 20 the emphasis has been put back on making the less lauded side of the game more important. That's not to say that the attacking side has been ignored. One of the biggest complaints about any football game always comes down to pace. There's no way a slow centre-back should be able to catch or even outpace someone like Jadon Sancho or Raheem Sterling. But in past games, that's actually happened. In FIFA 20, Mo Salah can be unplayable against certain defenders, and this is true to life. On form, a player like Salah is truly that good, and combining the pace changes with the defensive adjustments makes for a thinking man's game. In the past, holding right trigger and A would do the job, to sprint and homing tackle, basically, but that wasn't always the way. In older FIFA games defending was a skill, and FIFA 20's brought that back. Using the left trigger to jockey while defending is now essential. In real football, you're coached to make the attacker go away from goal, and that rings true in this iteration of FIFA. The first job is to get yourself in a good position, but then the important task is to ensure the winger, for example, can't cut inside onto their good foot and cause problems. Jockeying also gives you a chance to make a tackle. If you just dive in constantly, you will give away fouls, or worse, you'll miss and let the opposition through on goal. It takes some getting used to if you don't play this way already, but eventually you'll find yourself reading the game and positioning your controlled player to show them away from goal, or even anticipate a pass out wide. If you can't tell, I'm rather enamoured with the changes to defending. The change to pace spreads throughout the game too. Playing career mode as Wycombe Wanderers, you can't transpose your previous styles into this new game. With the greatest respect to the beast, Bayo Akinfenwa, he's not far off my age, so isn't as quick as Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. On top of that, ratings in the game feel more impactful, and if you're used to the high pass ratings for someone like Liverpool's Jordan Henderson, you're going to have to be more careful with your passes. What this allows, though, is for players to come through from nowhere. Wycombe's midfielder Curtis Thompson appeared to constantly be in the right place at the right time, finding space others wouldn't. His dominance for my first year in League One came from trying him in a friendly tournament while trying to sign a couple of young Premier League players on loan. But gameplay elements aside, career mode has been tinkered with in just the smallest of ways. The mode I've longed to pull up trees for years now remains largely the same. It's disappointing that my favourite mode has seen the fewest changes, and putting time into the contract negotiation sections doesn't cut it. Free kicks have had a much needed boost too, though almost feeling like golf shots. You aim for your target, you hold the power button down, and then you can apply aftertouch with a sort of Street Fighter-like motion of the left stick. I'm still no master of this, but I feel far more in control than in the previous years. Ultimate Team has been changed too, and I'm hesitant to plant my flag in the sand just yet. In the past, just playing would level you up, allowing you to buy coin boosts for a decent length of time. This has changed now, with these boosts removed from the catalogue. Instead, EA have implemented what amounts to basically a battle pass style system that you'd see in the likes of Fortnite or PUBG. As you play the modes within Ultimate Team, you'll level up, and with each level you're rewarded. It looks as though these rewards will cycle on a 50 to 60 day rotation, seasons they call them, but currently you're just rewarded with loan players, coin boosts, premium gold packs and cosmetics. My concern here is that this will make Ultimate Team more of a grind. Coin boosts early on are a given, it's a way to get you more currency, and doing it this way means a slower earning of coins. There are daily objectives to go with the season ones, so hopefully this all balances out. It's early days yet, but combined with the low probability of getting highly rated players from packs, time's gonna tell if my worries come to fruition. Single player Ultimate Team content does feel deeper than before, and new fun modes extend into Ultimate Team. King of the Hill is interesting, with a zone on the pitch appearing which you have to fight for in order for your next goal to count for more. Similarly, Swap Mode randomly trades 3 of your players with your opponent, and they take to the pitch wearing bibs. Scoring with a traded player counts double. You can't substitute in this mode, although we did manage, it just seemed like it was a bug, and endurance seems to not drain, but it could end up that people will have troll teams full of bronze players in order to gain a heavy advantage when you trade for 3 golds. Mystery Ball gives a boost to the attacking side's attributes and the ball changes at every stoppage, whilst maxed chemistry mode is exactly what it sounds like. Lastly, this year's flagship mode, Volta. FIFA Street fans can sort of rejoice as street football is replicated pretty well here. Futsal, 3v3, 5v5, etc. It's all here. Those of you who love a trick will enjoy this mode, but that's never been my game. The modes vary and favourites will rise depending on whether you want a ping-pong wall bouncing style or a more traditional street football. Volta incorporates FIFA 20's version of The Journey, as there's a story mode that, honestly, isn't great. Some of the accents on show are terrible and it's cliched and cheesy. But Volta mode also includes online modes. What Volta mode reminds me of is that first year that EA tried Ultimate Team back when it was DLC. Since then it's gone from strength to strength, and it's interesting that Volta is part of FIFA 20 in the same way that it's interesting EA hasn't properly broken Ultimate Team out into its own free-to-play game mode. They did try, but it didn't take off. FIFA 20 is fit to burst with content, and there's something for everyone. It's sad that my favourite mode never seems to get enough attention, and there's definitely cause for concern with Ultimate Team's potential grind. But as usual, FIFA is a fantastic package that looks and sounds like broadcast television football. There are still some AI issues that crop up here and there with goalkeepers, and it's disappointing that VAR and the new goal kick rule don't appear to have been implemented next year on new consoles, I'd bet. But what you've got here is a supremely confident, excellent package of football on and off the field. Next year, though, is going to be very, very interesting.
But you've got to be on your toes in these circumstances, and he was.
Well, we're underway again, and you just wonder how many more they can get today.